Majina to Godfrey Onyoni from Kisii County, currently a resident at Kwale County. I found myself at Kwale as a student at Kenya Medical Training College. I joined 2017 September. I remember even the date, it was on 12th, Tuesday. During my study at Kenya Medical Training College Kwale campus, we encountered a number of challenges. One was the corona virus during our period. So corona came 2020, the beginning of 2020. There was no learning taking place. There was nothing taking place. So it was that during that time, I just made up my mind and I decided to visit the County Commissioner's office. Then was Mr. Ngumu. I requested him to give me some assignments, at least to keep myself busy, to avoid the idleness. Luckily enough, Mr. Ngumu linked me up with the Office of Social Development Kwale. Then the in charge was called Madam Consolata Machuko. Since then, I've been in that office as a volunteer, assisting the office in its duties. And one of the things I've been doing in that office, it is group registrations. And in these group registrations, we have a number of, we have two categories actually. One is the self-help groups. And at the self-help groups, we have the youth groups, women groups, PWDs. And nowadays, men also do register their groups as men groups. And also we have the CBOs, that is the community-based organizations. These groups want to get the registration. It requires one to have the following. That's the minutes, the group minutes, list of members, containing the name, ID, phone number, and the signature, the copies of IDs, constitution, and of course the registration form to be accompanied the mentioned requirements. Registration fee is 1,000 for self-help groups category, and for community-based organizations, that is CBOs, is 5,000. These groups comes with a number of benefits. As we all are aware that the government or organizations does not support individuals. They support communities through such arrangements, that is groups, the self-help groups, be it self-help groups or be it community-based organizations. And these benefits can be either from the government side or civil organizations, that's non-governmental organizations. Also, they do support individuals, but through these groups. From the government side, I can encourage people to seek assistance from the following offices. That's NGAF office is a countrywide office. But for one who is in Kwale, it is easier to get assistance from the NGAF office Kwale, the Uwezo Fund office, the Women Enterprise office, and the Youth Enterprise Fund also. These are offices that groups can get grants, loans, and funds to finance their projects. That's income generating projects. For like NGAF, one needs to just have there's almost the same requirements as for the group registration, that the list of members of that group, the certificate of registration, the minutes seeking that grant, and also the copies of the 3 officials, that the signatories, a bank account statement, and evidence that you've been doing an activity that you need support. So for these other offices like WEF, Youth Fund, Uwezo Fund, the requirements are more or less the same as to NGAF. The only difference is that NGAF is a grant and these others are loans, but with less interest compared to loans from the banks and other cooperatives entities. I like what Shared Future Project is doing in Kwale and Mombasa, especially hapo kwa engaging the youth through interfaith dialogues and empowering the youth through agribusiness training, ili vijana waweze kupata mafunzo, kufanya kilimo biashara na miradi zingine zozote zile ambazo zinazozifanya zikawafanya wapate kipato. I think initiative kama hii ya Shared Future, vijana wakitilia mkazo, ni kitu ambayo inaweza ikawasaidia uweze kujiendeleza. Juu hii mafunzo watapewa na wao wataenda kuelimisha wenzao pale nyanjani, pale mashinani, na hivyo ndio jamii itasonga mbele. My message to the youths is, youths, let's register these groups in order for us to get the assistance from these offices I've just mentioned and other non-governmental organizations. Yes, of course, I know there are some challenges for the youths, but let's note that hinders from accessing these opportunities. Opportunities are there. It is only us to go for them, and we change the future and we change the society. For the community, let's also support the youth. Not everything that a youth do is related to criminal. These youths have got ideas. It's only that those ideas need support from both communities, parents, and even government. From the government side, I think there's no office that a youth can knock and na asisaidiwe. So vijana tujitokeze, tujitume ili tuweze kujisaidia.